Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Rad from Radko Tarot. And in this whole video, we're going to look into Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, and as well Pisces Rising. Weekly General Tarot reading August 16th up until August 22nd, 2021. And if you are interested, guys, in a personal reading with me, or if you do want to take my tarot classes, checking out the description down below is going to give you a link to my website where you can view and purchase either or both of these services. And as well, if you do enjoy the content here on the YouTube channel and you do wish to support us, make sure you do subscribe for it and hit the notification bell. That will also keep you posted for our weekly uploads and as well the live streams that I'm doing here on YouTube. So with that being said, I'm moving to the Pisces reading of the week, and the very first card, that is going to be your card, by the way, which is the Moon card. The Moon card represents Pisces in the astrological signs, followed by the second one, which stands as the Fool. Moving next, we do have the Three of Wands. And the last prime card of the spread, that is going to be the Five of Swords. And I'm saying prime card because there are going to be 4 more cards, which are going to be catalysts to these prime cards. And the method that I'm going to use, it's called Elemental Dignities. If you want to learn it yourself, to read cards in pairs, tarot cards in pairs, give me an inquiry at my Facebook page or send me an email, because I have developed a course that is meant to teach you of it. Right, so the week, man, that is quite, there are no words to describe the week in its full magnitude here. All that I can say is the cliche of the new beginning here that takes over. And it literally takes over, because at some point at the start of the week, you wouldn't know what to do and you wouldn't know where your life probably is heading at that point. Well, not in, for some maybe a small obscurity, for others it may be a big obscurity, but there will be that obscurity, not knowing what is to follow, what happens next. And what happens next, it is exactly that new beginning, which could be literally anything with the Fool card that falls within your, what was the word? Civilization. Okay, everything that falls in your civilization could be your new beginning. And from there, things are taking a really good turn. I'm going to sneeze, hold on. Because this new beginning, as it starts, is going to unfold and develop exactly the way you expected it to be, and will allow you, not allow you, but you will start developing it, sitting on rather quite solid foundations and well-established patterns. Although the beginning itself is going to be a challenging thing, it will be a sweet challenge, something you look forward to. So let's scrutinize the cards here for you Pisces to see what that new beginning it's actually is going to be. So we have the Moon card, which is accompanied by the Ace of Pentacles. So we do have these two. We have a passive friend, and that is out of nowhere clearance. Okay, literally out of nowhere. One day you are with your back against the wall. One day you are sitting in a dead-end alley, not knowing anything, you know, not knowing, is your marriage going to survive, is your career going to survive? And at the other day, clearance, everything falls together. At the other day, it's just the circumstances arrange. At the other day, it's just you have the opportunity to just further your goal right there, to make your marriage or your relationship again harmonious, to make your career again successful. And that will make you filled with content and exhilaration, and some of you even with ecstasy. But you are to be baffled. Why? That will be the question of being baffled. Why now? Why to me these things are happening? And especially if there is another person involved, for example, someone is helping you to acquire that stability, you may question why he or she is doing that. Okay. Another thing about these two cards, it is that because out of nowhere that opportunity comes to you, and you see it as, say, one of the most valuable things at that point, you may be afraid of losing it. That may be also a cause of your emotional disruption and emotional insecurity at that point. But as soon as you grapple upon that opportunity, the Fool takes place, and it is catalyzed by the Death card. And that is a new beginning, yes, but a new beginning of the old thing. It's no different than starting a relationship with the same person, but that relationship has nothing to do with the toxic relationship you had with that person before. Starting the same kind of job, but the company you're starting, that same job you worked in another company beforehand, has nothing to do with the other job. It's just, these are like day and night difference, and you have walked into the day here with these two cards. We do have a active neutrals in that elemental dignity, and it speaks that a couple of things. Now, the first one that it speaks, it is that the problem was not in you, whatever the problem was, that you have found yourself in that dead alley, or with your back against the wall. The other thing that it speaks, it's that the future, what holds, it will be quite optimistic. However, it's going to hold a fair portion of challenges for you to overcome. But for now, what you need to do is just focus on the future rather than how you're going to get there, and just take the leap of faith. And the other thing that these couple of cards are speaking about, it is I already said it, the correctional exam, like trying anew, but this time in a very different fashion. Like I said, the difference is going to be the day and night. But this elemental dignity differentiates in terms of career and in terms of relationship. And in terms of career, it speaks for a new way of you just approaching your tasks and approaching your projects, a way that it is way more spontaneous, a way more open to learn, a way more detached from the sense of seriousness, which is a good thing, at least at that stage. You are willing to experiment, you are willing to learn, you are willing to try things out, and that will going to pretty much lift up the enthusiasm in the entire environment into your career. Relationship-wise, these two cards speaks for a very spontaneous actions, which are deprived of any expectations, as well of any demands, as well of any, just of any ultimatums, and that will allow simply that relationship to thrive and to open up, and as well to blossom in general. From there, the Three of Wands is taking place for you, Pisces, and it is accompanied by the King of Wands. And so that is the moment where you do become a little bit more ambitious. And that is because you see how well things are going on. Here towards the end of the week, or in the late stages of the week, you see that your expectations are fully fulfilled. You do see that whatever you are trying to establish is simply working out. You do see as well that the patterns that you are following are working out as well, and are producing results. And from there, you are just to lift up the bar of your performance and of your expectations as well, expecting more first and foremost from yourself. This isn't just, the spoiled brat that it's every situation has when they demand but have nothing to offer from themselves. No, you will be somebody who can offer a lot to thine relationship or to thine career, but also you will expect a lot, and it is highly likely that towards the end of the week you do set upon yourself very ambitious goal, career-wise or relationship-wise, but that goal isn't going to be an empty thing. This isn't going to be some kind of like a random shot into the darkness. This is going to be a goal which is supported by very good strategy, so to speak, a strategy that will prove to be very effective once you do initiate it. And you will simply gonna find yourself enjoying life towards the end of this week. And the last card we have, that will be the Five of Swords, which is accompanied by the Two of Pentacles. I don't like that. Okay, we have active enemies, And it speaks that you will become stiff and rigid at the end of the week, in a sense of that unwilling to change your ways, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I don't see it. I don't like it, because my personal opinion, and that is again my personal opinion, it is that one thing can be done in many different ways, and it can be done, and it can be said in many different ways. And sometimes the way you gotta do it is not the way you want to do it, but alas, thou should strive for the most efficient method. That is not the case with you here. We do have a beliefs and in general a system of performance that it is there to stay. And it is good from one side, because it just speaks for how aware you are of your capabilities, and that you have fixed yourself upon it's accomplishable. You can accomplish it, career-wise or relationship-wise. But should something out of character happen along the way, then that will cause bigger problem than it should, exactly because of that stiff perception and unwillingness to adapt, or rather like inability to adapt in regards to this new beginning. Luckily for you though, Pisces, your plan had been already created, so it's highly unlikely that there are going to be shenanigans happening, but still we do have a personal situations, and we are different from one another, so not for all of you things are going to go smooth, but it's not going to be tragic either. It's just, even if you do face some obstacles and some challenges, they will feel like a trifle. However, it will take an extra mile from your behalf to readapt a little bit to the situation. So at the end of the day here, Pisces, it seems that you have not just only done the right thing recently, but also you are to be set on a path that was meant for you to do. So if you are questioning yourself, am I doing the right thing? Yeah, you are. And with that being said, this concludes the reading. Thank you so much for watching, and we're going to see each other next time. Until then, bye.